Never thought I'd be saying this, but it is with sad regret that the Taliban have retaken over Afghanistan and they now rule the whole country. And this is after 20 years of fighting the Taliban and Al Qaeda in Afghanistan ever since the tragedy of 9/11. What's up, guys? Magic Knives here, and you got watching some Modern Warfare AA12 gameplay in the background. And I know it's been a while since I've been bringing a gameplay commentary for you guys, but I had to talk about this, guys, because this runs deep in my military background, or at least my background as far as history goes, and like worldly issues as far as like war goes, and you know, the US and NATO, including Canada, we've been involved trying to help Afghanistan for 20 years. Literally 20 years, ever since Al Qaeda attacked America on the day of 9/11, and including that, the Canada, where I'm from, we were one of the NATO allies to help support the US in fighting back the Taliban and pushing them back out of Afghanistan, or at least suppressing them to a point they were no longer the majority force in Afghanistan. And we had to fight the longest war ever because of that. Because with regards to Afghanistan, you know, Russia tried, but they just could never suppress the Mujahideen, which were the freedom fighters at that time. And you know what? It's pretty much the same story for the US, because the war on terror is officially the longest conflict they've ever fought in. And the truth of the matter is, guys, I mean, personally, it's definitely a war that just was continuing to be dragged on, and it just seemed like the end was never in sight. Now, if you already don't know, the backstory behind it is that Donald Trump, when he was still in power, he made a peace agreement with the Taliban, in that, you know, the promise to withdraw US forces completely out of Afghanistan if the Taliban promised to not commit any attacks or anything like that. And they agreed on that initially, but you know what? You can't trust the enemy. You just cannot trust the enemy. The Taliban broke that agreement early in April, when they started launching offensives around the districts and sort of the outskirts of Afghanistan. And since then, it's been going downhill. The Afghan army, which the US have been supporting and training as well as they could, they just could not hold back the Taliban, like, at all. Even the special forces that the US have trained, they just were not capable of holding back the Taliban in such large groups. And even worse, China was supposedly supplying them with weapons and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but if you know, you can quote me that for there, or let me know in the comments. But yeah, and that's the worst thing. After all these years, all of that hard work just gone to waste, and now the US is pretty much almost entirely evacuated its forces and troops out of Afghanistan, and thousands, and if not millions, of civilians have been desperately trying to flee Afghanistan. It's just so heart-wrenching to see the videos online of people trying to get on the last plane, or the fact that the Taliban are now celebrating their victory in the capital city of Kabul, Afghanistan. It's it's just heart-wrenching to see the enemy celebrate such a tragic. Well, it's a victory for them. It's a huge loss for us. You know what? Like, I don't think we should be sending troops back in, but I do think that the U.S. and NATO, we should be supplying or helping the Afghan army, whatever's left of it out there, providing air support. Do something, all right? Definitely don't think we should be just sitting around like this and watching them suffer, because there's a huge number of civilians still trapped in Afghanistan, and I really hope there's something that Biden will do. This is really his time to step up now. If Biden's truly going to be the president now for the U.S., he better not let the people there just suffer, especially after all these years that the U.S. and NATO have been trying to resolve the situation in Afghanistan. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I know it's kind of a short commentary, but I wanted to talk about this, and pray for the people in Afghanistan, man. I really hope you do, and just hopefully they figure out a solution for this. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.